Hey guys, I thought I'd do something different today and talk about the first time I've been to all five of the ballparks I've been to. The only one I've been to multiple times is Camden Yards, since Baltimore is my favorite team. But the other four I've been to, I've only been to once, and then I'm going to just talk about my experiences there the first time. And I'm going to go in chronological order. And my first game I've been to was in Oakland, and August 11th, 2006. I was on me and my brother were on a West Coast trip, and most of it was hiking and rock climbing and stuff like that. But we did see a couple ball games, and this is the first one we saw. This one was pitched by it was the A's against the Devil Rays at the time. They're still called Devil Rays at that time, and Dan Herron was still with them too, and he pitched 7 innings and won. And Houston Street got the save, and it was a pretty good game. I was really shocked at how fast the ball moves. Like, yeah, it like goes blink and it's like in the catcher's glove already. Really made me appreciate how hard it is to hit. I mean, those pitchers throw so hard. You don't really get this. You don't really understand how fast it is until you actually see it in person. You're watching on TV, you don't really get that. But Frank Thomas was on that team, and that was really cool. See him, one of the best hitters of all time. And let's see who else was on that team. Of course, in the Rays, Carl Crawford was. I was in the left field seats, and I saw a lot of Carl Crawford out there when he was still in the left field, and he was still a really good player. He's not really that great anymore, but back then he was the Rays' best player. And it was a lot of fun. And the next game I'm going to talk about is the LA Dodgers in the Chavez Ravine Dodger Stadium. And this stadium, unlike the Oakland Stadium, which really isn't that aesthetically pleasing, the LA Dodger Stadium is beautiful. It's probably one of my favorite stadiums, actually. But yeah, I remember it was really hot, and Miguel Cabrera hit 2 home runs, and the final score was like 11-5, I think, in the Marlins' favor. It was a blowout, but I got to see Miguel Cabrera hit 2 home runs while he's still with Florida, so that's kind of cool. Another one of the best hitters of all time, actually. Now that I think about it, two of the best right-handed hitters ever. I saw in person at one point. And I guess before I talk about the other teams, if I ever on the West Coast again, I definitely want to see San Diego's Petco Park and Seattle's Safeco Field, because just like from watching on TV, I think they're really, really nice ballparks, and I would really like to see them in person. Next one is my first O's game I ever went to. I'm an Orioles fan. It was on April 26, 2007, and it was sort of a rainy, sort of cold, not cold, but chilly night. Sort of standard for Maryland, Southern PA area, where I live, in April. And Willie Mo Pena, who sort of never really amounted to much in his career, but he had a grand slam that game, and for the Red Sox, of course. And we lost 5-2, but it was still cool to see the O's for the first time. I have a lot of other great O's memories that I'll probably make another video about, because I've been to Camden Yards, I don't know how many times, 5 or 6, 7 maybe. Um, yeah, I guess just move on to the Phillies ballpark, the Citizen Bank Park, which I'm pretty sure I was there on the night that Barry Bonds broke the home run record, because I remember listening to the radio on the way back and hearing them talking about that. It was August 7th, 2007, and basically my memory of the game is that it was really hot. I mentioned that because it was in August, and Hanley Ramirez started off the game with a home run. It was against the Marlins. He was still with the Marlins in 2007. And then after that, the Marlins were horrible, and the final score was 11-1, and Ryan Howard hit 2 home runs, and he gave Philadelphia a really good show. I wasn't a really Phillies fan, but that was another beautiful ballpark. Not as good as Camden Yards. Camden Yards is always number one in my book, but Citizens Bank is a really nice park, no doubt. And I have pretty good memories of that night. I went with my brother. I don't remember who else was along, but I know it was my brother, and I think a couple other people were along too. I don't remember who it was though. And that was the only. That's actually, even though I live in Pennsylvania, that's the only time I've ever actually been in Philly. So, another fact. I actually live closer to Baltimore. I live in southern Pennsylvania, so Philly is like 3 or 4 hours away. Baltimore is like 2 hours away. So, and then the other stadium I've been to is the Tampa Bay Rays stadium. What the hell is it called? Tropicana Field. That's what it's called. And this was in 2008, the first year of being good in their whole history. I saw them live. That was actually the last time I've been to Florida too. And yeah, it was. I don't remember much of the game actually, but I know it was against the Cubs, and I saw Carl Crawford again, and I also bought a Scott Kazmir shirt, which was kind of cool because he was really good back then. He sort of went away for a couple seasons, and he's made a comeback actually, which is pretty cool. So I used to like him a lot back in those days. But yeah, that's the other stadium I've been to, and I actually like their stadium. Actually, a lot of people think it's ugly. I actually liked it. That's just me though. I'd actually say Oakland's a lot more ugly than Tampa Bay Stadium, but just me. And as far as like other stadiums I'd like to go to, definitely Fenway Park. That would be awesome. And of course I mentioned San Diego and Seattle. That would be really awesome. Toronto, if I'm ever in Canada, which I doubt I ever will be, but I've always liked that ballpark, especially since I see the Orioles play there a lot, since they're in the same division. And let's see, what other ballparks would I like to go to? Pittsburgh, since, I mean, it's not too far away, and Washington, again, it's not too far away. Washington's probably closer than Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's probably like 5 or 6 hours away. Washington's like 2.5, 3 hours away. And yeah, I guess that would really be it. I mean, if I ever like run into a lot of money or something, I would like to do a whole tour of like all the stadiums, like just have a whole summer where I I go around and see all of the ballparks. That'd be really fucking cool. That's like my dream to do in my life at some point, but probably never happen. But it would be awesome. That would be the best summer ever. If I ever did that. Spring/summer, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like doing something different, and I didn't feel like chopping it up and I don't know, being like factual and putting a lot of effort into this, to be honest. So I just figured I'd talk and ramble on a little bit on the camera and just give a little something if the people actually watch this, because I do get a couple views on my videos, so that's pretty cool. Not many people, but yeah, it's still cool that at least somebody's looking at it, watching me talk about baseball. And this is the first video you watch. Other than this one and my first video I made, the Baltimore Orioles one, I usually cut out and make it so I don't ramble on and make myself look like an idiot. So, because right now I just look like a babbling idiot, probably. I don't really care. I'm having fun, so whatever. Speaking of that, I'm really looking forward to the new season. So it's about 4 weeks away now. April 5th. Opening night. It's the Cubs and some other team I don't remember. And then of course the next day, Orioles and Rays, 3 o'clock. I'm looking stoked for that. Can't wait for it. Taking off work those 2 days so I can watch the night game. And I work overnight, so I would have to actually take off work to watch that game, since it's probably at like 8 o'clock, I think. And then the next day, I'm gonna have to take off too because I sleep during the day. So a 3 o'clock game is like 3 a.m. to me, so basically flip flop AM and PM, and that's what it's like for me. So this is like evening for me. It's like 9 o'clock right now, and this is like my bedtime soon, actually. So yeah, I stock shelves at a grocery store. I like my job. I like my coworkers. That's what makes it fun, and I get to listen to music, and I listen to podcasts too, which is probably my favorite part of my job. I just get to stock shelves and put cat cans up in the bake aisle and the water aisle, and I listen to music and jam out to metal and listen to baseball podcasts and other podcasts that I like. So yeah, it's pretty fun. I guess I'll end the video now. I've talked a little bit too much, probably. I'm not even on subject anymore. I'm just sort of rambling. So, yeah. Bye. Thanks for watching, buds.